Alright guys, how's it going? And today we're going to be reviewing the latest film by Garland, Men. Past films from this director include films like Ex Machina, excellent film, and he's also done the screenplays for 28 Days Later and Sunshine, so we know we're in for a right treat here. So even the title, Men itself, very divisive. You know, people are already wondering, should we see this in an era where things are woke, some agendas going around, you know, films promoting certain things, certain aspects that not everybody agrees with. I mean, I've already seen comments on the internet regarding stuff like, if this film's called Men, where's the film called Women? No, it's not the right way to go about when watching films. You got to judge a film after you've seen it, not before. No, I'm sure we're adult enough to judge a film by its content, not by its title. So let's crack on with the review. Film opens up with tragic events that unfold. It leaves our lead character, played by Jessie Buckley, in a lot of heartache and pain. So she wants to retreat to the countryside, you know, to get a bit of peace, a bit of healing, get her thoughts back together. She plans a little holiday to a little countryside village in the middle of England somewhere, peaceful and tranquil, kind of place where you'd go to ease your mind and get over anything that's been bothering you, time to reflect kind of thing. But rather than healing, things start to get strange, they start to get weird. Not everything is as it seems. The people she encounters, the men she encounters, they're not what they first appear to be. Telling you any more than that would be verging on spoiler territory. Now, as a horror film, executed really well. It gives you an impending sense of doom. The whole film, from start to finish, something's not right. It's actually got you on the edge of your seat. The things that go on, they put a sense of fear into you. You're worried about this lead character. You know what she's been through, so you just want her to be safe. There's a big sense of danger around. Is what the character going through psychological? Or are things really getting supernatural? That's a question I guess only you can decide after seeing it. And believe me, it's worth seeing, but it is a very Marmite film. A lot of you will like it, and there's a lot of you that are going to hate it. The performances are fantastic. Jessie Buckley as a lead does amazingly well. She's hurt, she's sad, she's full of sorrow. Rory Kinnear, the landlord, the person that she's just met, also plays his part perfectly well, and both of them really sell their roles. They really make their roles believable. You know, the basis of every good horror film is that those characters that are portrayed to you are portrayed really well, otherwise the film will just fall flat on its face, and this doesn't. It really doesn't. It raises the bar. It raises the bar for modern horror films. It's shot beautifully, gorgeous scenery. The imagery is spot on. Makes you feel the dread that the character is feeling, and you actually feel a sense of paranoia, I guess, along with this character. Imagery in this film there for you to think about, so you try and think for yourself what the film was all about rather than the film spelling it out for you. Because that's the kind of film it is. It doesn't just lay it all out on a plate for you. You have to make your own conclusions. The sound design is amazing. Sounds coming from up above, all around, side to side. Fantastic soundstage, and from the echoes in the tunnel and the sound of the crunching of the leaves as she steps over them. A great foundation for a horror film. Now, I've heard people say it's one of the most shocking films they've seen in recent times, and no, not really. Yes, it's gory. Yes, it has a crazy final act, but I don't think it was shocking or disturbing. But what it does do is make us question how we deal with certain things, how people deal with certain things, and how that can impact their mind. The film really delves deep into the themes of grief and trauma, explored by way of psychological and supernatural horror. And that's what I love about these films from A24, like Hereditary and even Midsummer, where those taboo themes, I suppose, are explored, because those things in real life are truly scary. Nobody wants to talk about the subject of grief because it brings on so much pain, and that's truly where horror lies. Films like The Babadook also play with those themes, and it makes for very interesting and very good horror films. And that's where I think Men excels. It doesn't just play around with jump scares and this, that and the other. It actually goes in deep into these topics, and that makes for a better film, in my opinion. Makes for a better horror film. And that's where I'm going to leave it with you guys, because saying much more would take the fun out of watching it. So I'm going to wrap this review up now, and looks like I'm in the film. Visually excellent, superb sound design, actors play their roles extremely well. As a horror film, it makes you feel the dread that the characters are feeling, and that's a part of the enjoyment of these horror films, aren't they? So what would I rate this film? I enjoyed it a lot, and original films like these deserve some praise. So for me it was an 8 out of 10. Not perfect by any means, but a great story, a great looking film, a great sounding film, superbly acted, a film that makes the viewers question what they've just seen. And that's something that we don't get much of these days. A film that gets you talking after the credits have rolled, a film that gets you wondering, a film that gets you thinking. It does stay with you, and I assure you it will stay with you for a while. Not because of the shocking, gory moments, supposedly shocking moments, but because of what did it all mean? What did the film mean to you? Anyway, have a great day, guys. Catch you later on the next one.
What are you doing now?